Right.
Thanks, Carson, for getting us there, but we didn't really need you because Nick won playoff games. Aren't the most important games on the schedule when you get there is to win playoff games?
How strong did they feel that J.J. McCarthy would recover and outplay what Sam Darnold did in 2024, right? That's got to be the mindset.
The Vikings need a good veteran quarterback, man. And this is not a JJ thing. This is more an in-depth, you don't have depth thing from the Vikings.
Right.
And I think what's happened is when you're seeing Carson Wentz play, you're like, yeah, is he playing good at times? Yeah, of course. But we've seen the Carson Wentz experience just not happen. There's a reason why he's not on the Eagles anymore. There's a reason why he's not on the Commanders anymore. And the various other teams. Has he ever been with that, or has it just been 3 teams so far? I feel like it's been 4.
6 different teams started in 6 different years.
So that tells you right there, whenever you're a journeyman that soon in your career, that's crazy work. And the only thing that this is propelling by having a bad veteran quarterback is you're propelling, you're moving JJ up the ladder even more while he's hurt, because you guys are going to want to see at least your rookie quarterback come in because it's been so bad, or like you're seeing deficiencies in Carson's game. And that's where I'm concerned with the depth. Now, we could go back and say, should Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones have signed a 1-year contract with these guys? I think yes, in a lot of capacities, because you're seeing how they're playing. I think 14-win seasons can't be ignored when you have a bad offensive line and guys are just not gelling well at the end of the season. You have injuries.
Yep.
So I don't think, why didn't you guys take that into consideration, even having J.J. McCarthy? My thing is pay him a max 1-year contract, and if he sucks, then you put JJ in, but at least you know that my backup is really, really good too.
Yep.
And at least we saw Sam Darnold win 14 games. Daniel Jones is in the same tier as that, because you've seen Daniel Jones be good in a lot of times. And people just want to ignore it because he's had bad times. But one day also ignore that the Giants team that he's been on has sucked balls for a long time. And they just want to chalk it up to be, it's Daniel Jones' fault. Well, I mean, when you're around a sucky team for so long too, you're going to end up evolving into that. Like, have you not seen anything when it comes to, even the art of war of you just want to swallow up all the territories. You ever play Risk? You want to swap all the territories no matter how big or small that they are, right? And so you become that culture as well. My thing is not signing either one of these two, but keeping Carson, going and getting Carson Wentz. It's just situational malpractice at its finest, in my opinion. When you could have gone out and signed one of these guys to a 1-year contract. And to go at, and not only to have a quarterback that's failed everywhere he's been, that has no upside. There was a lot of investment around. You can't base this off of Carson had an MVP season, but Nick Foles won the Super Bowl with him. Right. Thanks, Carson, for getting us there, but we didn't really need you because Nick won playoff games. Aren't the most important games on the schedule when you get there is to win playoff games? How many times have we had quarterbacks like Dak Prescott and all these guys that barely win in the playoffs or have never won, and that's the one knock that they get against them? So how good was Carson really?
Yeah, that's why Nick got a statue, right?
Yeah. And as soon as that happened, Don, what was the first thing I said? Dang, this is going to be a blow to Carson's ego. Yeah. And it was it fed his psyche so much. But in a way, this is what I mean by this is why they should have kept a good veteran quarterback, because keeping him for a year in case as an insurance policy and starting him could have got you way further than it is right now, being in this situation where Carson Wentz, because crystal ball method, you could have had the Daniel Jones right now. You could have possibly had the Sam Darnold who played for you right now in the system. And now these guys are perennial MVP candidates in their own right. So that's kind of what I meant by this. But Don, I'd like to get your take on this, man. Like, do you agree with this sentiment? And like, how do you see this?
Well, yeah, I'll give a lot of what you just said wrapped into what I was thinking. I mean, you look at the Vikings and you have a quarterback who threw for 4,319 yards in the regular season, had a 66.2% completion ratio, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Then you have a rookie first-round quarterback, pick number 10 overall, who gets hurt in the preseason, is out the entire year. As you all know, we're talking about Sam Darnold here last year with the Vikings. Sure, the team lost in the wild card round of the playoffs, but the team chemistry that was built between quarterback, players, even fans, Darnold had a connection there. Darnold played so much better than expected. But what ultimately happened? He chose the Seahawks after the Vikings contract expired. They did not want him back. They let the contract expire.
And that Seahawks contract looks like it's worth every penny.
Yes. So the Vikings, how strong did they feel that 𝗕𝙂𝗓𝘂𝗧𝘂𝗧 𝗓𝘂𝘂𝗧𝘂 would recover and outplay what Sam Darnold did in 2024, right? That's got to be the mindset. And what did they get for making that choice? An injured 𝗕𝙂𝗓 𝗓𝘂𝗧𝘂𝗧 in week 2. And, oh, yes, journeyman quarterback Carson Wentz. So, yes, the Vikings should have kept Sam Darnold.
Yeah. Man. I know hindsight is always 20/20.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But as much as we have advanced analytics and things like that, why does this never get put into perspective as far as chances that your team may have to propel themselves forward when you just let quarterbacks like this go? And then we all sit here and wonder, oh, why did Sam Darnold get paid all that money? Well, it looks pretty damn good and pretty sweet. Jackson Smith-Njigba is sure not like when you and to be honest, we all love Jackson Smith-Njigba. I think it's time, and I've been having this conversation for over a year now. We got to start putting him in the top 3 categories right now.
Absolutely.
He's damn sure the best slot receiver in the league. He was last year, and he's taken that crown. But on the other side of that, if somebody had to tell you had to choose between Justin Jefferson and Jackson Smith-Njigba, there's nobody that's going to blink twice, right? Maybe some people because of recency bias, but Sam Darnold with Justin Jefferson would have been the same product of what you're seeing right now. And even more so with Jordan Addison. Jackson Smith-Njigba doesn't have a true number 2 out there that we can really say is the guy. He would have had 2 bona fide weapons plus a great tight end with TJ Hawkinson. It would have propelled them further. They would have won games. They would have won against the Eagles.
Right.
I'm damn sure if Sam Darnold was their quarterback, they would have won. And I mean, yeah, we can get into the speculative talk around the Vikings all day long, but like logically, your brain has to go to being, man, we would have been in a better situation with one of these two. How did we? It's like you struck out twice. You guys pulled a Mariners from the previous night.
Yeah.
This is what happened. And now it's like sour grapes because it's almost forcing a quarterback that's not healthy to just return. And for us to sit here and say, haha, we told you so about 𝗕𝙂𝗓𝗓𝗀𝗧𝗓𝗂𝗓. And it's not really fade or J. And that's why I've been so reserved about talking about 𝗕𝗓𝗓. It's like, I don't even want to say he's a bust or anything because dude's been hurt. Dude's been hurt. And so I want to see 𝗕𝗓𝗓 do good. I really do. Regardless of what I think about him as a prospect.
And they're doing the right thing, at least with the Vikings. They are not rushing him back. They want him to be 100% before they even think about bringing him back.
And that, to me, if I was 𝗕𝗓𝗓 𝗓𝘂𝗧𝗓𝗂𝗧, would, if I was a mature player, he's still young, but the mature side of me, as 35-year-old Dante now, seeing things through a better lens than what I was in my 20s, I would say they are really invested into me as being their star quarterback. It's not about Carson versus 𝗕𝗓𝗓.
Correct.
It's about doing the right thing to preserve our guy that we really believe in. So everybody knows Carson's not the guy. Carson is not threatening JJ's job. No. And they should make that very, very clear to him too in a one-on-one conversation. That is a Kevin O'Connell to JJ conversation that should happen on the phone. Doesn't matter what Carson does. We just need him to go in there and do the best that he can do. And you need to get healthy. We're not going to throw you back out there to the wolves. We're investing our whole organization on you. We don't want to put that pressure on your shoulders we want to put that pressure on your shoulders while you're healthy, not when you're hurt.
Correct.
I think that's the right conversation to go into this as the coach. And if Kevin O'Connell hasn't had that conversation with them, that's a problem in his own right, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks. I just got paid. Gotta know. That's always a good sign.
That helps.
It's always a great notification there. Dylan says, in my opinion, Daniel Jones is the one that got away. Shout out Katy Perry.
There you go.
Again, we're looking at this a rose-colored glass because these guys are being, doing so well. Every once in a while, I like to jab the knife in because my brain is film Dante, not opinion Dante. When it comes to quarterbacks a lot of the time. And I've been on the Daniel Jones train. I've been holding that flag the highest.
Yep.
And I kept telling people, you guys don't see what I see. The guy makes elite throws. Wait until he gets with a team that can utilize his talents. Boy, oh boy, have I just been stirring the pot, the witch's brew right now.
Dude, I remember that draft show, man. That draft show when Daniel Jones came out. Dante is like, he has the talent to be drafted in the first round. And we're like, holy cow, he got drafted in the first round.
Yep. Crazy, right? Crazy how things end up when everybody calls you idiots and then now they got a sock in their mouth. BLSG, what's up, baby? Says Dante and Don, what's good, brothers? What is happening with you? Good sir.